Okay, we have got to talk about what might be one of the wildest funding announcements to ever hit the AI world. It's about a brand new startup, a jaw-dropping amount of money, and a mission that could totally reshape how we think about artificial intelligence. Let's get into it.
So first, let's just let this number sink in. $480 million. And you have to understand, this isn't for some established company that's been around for years. This is a seed round. It's basically the very first big check a startup gets. A number this big at this stage, it's pretty much unheard of.
But here's the real kicker, the part that makes this story just wild. This nearly $500 million investment was for a company that was only about 3 months old at the time.
So you've got to be asking, right? How on earth is this possible? What could possibly justify this kind of money for a company that doesn't even have a product yet? Well, to figure that out, we've got to look at who is behind all this.
And really, the first and most important piece of this puzzle is the team. This is not just any group of founders. This is basically the AI version of an Avengers-level supergroup. I mean, just look at this roster. You've got top talent from Anthropic, one of Google's original employees, key developers from xAI's chatbot team, and leading academic minds from Stanford. This isn't just a list of impressive resumes. It's a strategically built dream team that covers all the bases of modern AI. And it's not just the founders either. The whole 20-person team is stacked. They've poached people from OpenAI, from Meta, and from top research schools like MIT. So what investors are really betting on here is this unbelievable concentration of proven talent all in one place. And who's writing these massive checks? Well, it's pretty much a who's who. You've got NVIDIA, the company that literally makes the chips this whole AI revolution runs on. You've got Jeff Bezos. You have Google's own venture fund. When you see this level of strategic, smart money all piling into one startup, the entire industry sits up and pays attention. Okay, so we know who is behind Human-Centric, but what are they actually trying to build? This is where their whole philosophy really starts to stand out. You can basically think of two competing visions for where AI is going. On one side, you have the narrative that we hear all the time, AI for replacement, automating jobs away. But Human-Centric is putting all its chips on the other side of the table, empowerment. They want to build AI that helps people work together better, not to replace people altogether. This quote comes directly from them. They talk about creating a deeper connective tissue. So think less about an artificial worker and more like a super intelligent tool for communication, something that helps teams connect and understand each other on a whole new level. And the term for this whole approach is human-centric AI. The goal isn't to perfectly copy how a human thinks, but to amplify our own abilities. It's about building tools that help us think better, together. And that philosophical difference is a big reason why investors are pouring so much money into this idea. Now, as absolutely huge as this deal is, you have to understand it isn't happening in a vacuum. It's really a symptom of a much, much bigger trend, a full-blown AI investment gold rush. And this chart really puts it into perspective. These mega seed rounds are kind of becoming the new thing. As massive as the Human-Centric deal feels, it's not a complete outlier. I mean, look at Thinking Machines Lab. They pulled in an unbelievable $2 billion in their seed round. When you see the numbers laid out like this, it's just staggering. Look at those valuations, $12 billion, $4.5 billion, for companies that are just getting off the ground. The market is making these enormous bets that the next big AI breakthroughs will come from these small, elite teams. But, and this is a huge but, here's the reality check. Big money and big names are not a guarantee of success. Thinking Machines Lab, that company with the $2 billion check, reportedly, they've already lost half of their founding team. It's a powerful reminder that even with all the money in the world, actually building a company is still incredibly hard. So, let's pull all this together. We've looked at the all-star team, the collaborative mission, and the insane market conditions. What's the big takeaway from this whole Humans-In story? What does it tell us? Well, first, we're clearly in a new era. The old rules of startup funding are getting rewritten for AI. Second, the real currency right now is elite talent, and when they leave the big labs, investors follow with huge checks. The market is also making a huge bet that this human-centric idea is a winning alternative to the replacement narrative. It all just points to an investment frenzy that's getting hotter and faster than anything we've ever seen. And that leaves us with the billion-dollar question that's hanging over everything. When you have this much cash pouring into companies before a single product has even been shipped, are we actually funding the future of technology?
Or are we just fueling the next massive bubble? The answer to that is probably going to define the next decade.